Hello, beautiful people, and a warm welcome back to Yoga with Nina. Today, we're going to ease into a comforting flow for the whole body, all the way from your toes up into toward the crown of your head. Thanks so much for joining. Let's start on our back, so you can just slide down onto the back line all the way and hug the knees in toward the chest for a little moment. Close the eyes. Just to start off with your practice today, a bit of a hug toward the center line, easing in toward the breathing. And just massaging the low back a bit from side to side, all the way. Nice little curls. Maybe you'll like to stay more static. Otherwise, just a couple of rinses all the way from right to left, eventually switching the rotation. And feeling the first couple of conscious movements with the breath aligning in toward your practice. And just set the feet down underneath your knees. The hands could come a bit sideways or even above your head. And then just let your knees sink down toward the left side. You can keep your eyes closed and start to draw the heart line a bit up in towards sky as you feel how the back elongates. Good. And 3 to 4 deeper breath. Nice long inhale and a full long exhale out. Soft sound of ujjayi in the back of your throat. Inhaling again. Just arriving in your space, exhaling everything back out again. Good. And take a big breath in, all the way lift the knees. Maybe lift the hip a bit over toward the side and switch the knees toward the right side. Even here, allow for yourself to just sink down toward one side while your upper body is going to open up a bit more towards sky. And then a long deep breath in through the nose. Just let yourself sink a bit in toward your mat. Inhaling along the spine and exhaling everything back out. And maybe you also feel a bit of a difference from one side to the other. Just observing what is going on this practice that you're now initiating. Bring everything back into towards center. Walk the feet out a bit further, like mat distance apart. I like to bring the arms overhead here, but you could do as you wish. And then just sway the knees, the legs from side to side, like a bit of windshield wiping all the way. Dropping and extending the body, especially the side, a bit longer as you feel in toward the back line. And really act on breathing in as deeply as you can to stretch it out a bit. Starting to align the breath more and more with every breath you take. Good, and then one more little switch from your right side into your left side. And all the way, moving yourself back into its center. Hug the knees in toward the chest, one nice little squeeze. And then all the way, rock yourself up in toward your seat. And from your seat, right on toward your knees, into your cat and cow position. And make sure you keep on breathing in nicely as you attune in towards some deeper stretches of the spine. Good. And even here, you could close the eyes, just feel in toward the back line, the space between your shoulder blades. Even your belly, stretch out the belly for a moment. Especially when the days get a bit cooler or colder, we tend to tighten up a bit more. So give your limbs and your whole joints a bit more of that curly, nice flow. Keep the face relaxed as well. Keep the jaw soft. Good. Then a bit of a bigger movement. Slide your knees a bit further back. Hands a bit more forward. Wave your hip back down. Wave your body all the way back forward. And just a nice gentle little lift, little cobra. Exhale yourself back all the way. And find your own pace of movement and pace of breath. So just a full body practice today. So all the way into the thoracic spine, all the way into your low back. Keep on mellowing and melting that wave into the practice. We all have those light and tender spots around the body somewhere that need our specific and special care, and maybe also a breath more, just to care about those soft spots or maybe also tender spots. Good. Breathe yourself all the way back. Find 2 breaths in your child's pose. Even on your hands, super active. Deep breath in toward your lungs. Full breath out through the nose or the mouth. Inhale one more. Inhale a bit more. And then a deep, long breath out through your spine. Settle back onto your hands and onto your knees and extend your left leg all the way, lengthening the leg back. Now, keep on supporting with your right hand. As you lift your left leg up, just pulse it down and up a couple of times. So you go slow, almost touching, and reaching the leg back up. The right hand sits underneath the right shoulder, and you keep on working into the outer hip quite actively. Good. Add on 2 more. Inhaling. Good. And exhaling all the way along. Perfect. And then bend the knee behind you and catch hold of your foot. If you need to support with your right foot in a different way, you can also stack the right foot a bit behind your mat. And then curl the ribs open, curl the heart open, even looking a bit up into the sky. Take a big breath in all the way into your front left leg. And then exhale, settle that left foot all the way down. Inhale, wave the left sideline long now, so full curl. Good, stretch your fingertips a bit further forward. Find any angle here that feels good to your practice. Then exhale, dive your left hand all the way down. Settle both knees down. Take a cat and cow movement, inhaling. And a full little squeeze underneath the belly to exhale everything out. Inhale, switch the legs. Right foot steps back. Left toe maybe a bit sideways. Hand can settle on toward your hip. And you lift the right leg up and you lower the right leg back down a couple of times. Just a nice little lift. Lower it. Good. Feel the outer hip and the buttocks kick on. Good. Support. 2 more. Inhale. And then last one. Bend the knee. Kick the foot in toward your hand and open up the whole chest, throat space. Good. And it doesn't have to be this big, huge kick, but try to extend the awareness a bit further every time you take a breath. Good. Whenever you release, foot down as slow as you can. And then extend the whole right side channel long, breathing in toward the fingertip. Again, find a little wave of energy along the spine. So you keep on rooting down as you lift up all the way before you lower right hand down as well. Both knees back into its center. Take a deep inhale and take a smooth exhale out. Good. Lift the knees up and transit into a downward facing dog. Again, it's super nice to just take a bit of time here to ease in and to feel what does your body need right now. Do you feel rather tense, or do you need a bit more of that hugging in sensation? So ask yourself today, what is it that you can provide for your body to create a bit of space for your body, or also for your mind, for your spirit? Good. And while you're settling into down dog, check again your hands, plant your palms fully. Also planting your toes or maybe lifting the heels. And when you find your perfect stance for now, it's always a bit different, right? Then take 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose or the mouth. Let the head drop. The upper arms gently rotate outward, out toward the side. So your neck stays spacious. Inhale one more time, full breath in. And a deep long exhale, peel the heart a bit toward the knees. Keep the neck long, spacious. Good, and then look forward all the way between your hands and walk top of your mat for Uttanasana. So just wrap your elbows in toward each other, or relax the hands, arms out toward the side. So depending on just where you want to go or how you want to let your arms drop, close the eyes again and let your whole spine settle a bit over your legs. And if there's anything like your mouth or your lips that you can soften a bit more, start to ease a bit as you bend one knee and as you straighten the other leg. So really working in toward the back of the legs as well. With one or the next breath, slide the hands onto the mat or underneath the knees. Inhale, raise the chest up. And exhale, deep dive your head down. And try to practice coming away from your maximum. So every time you think you're really tight, you move a bit away, even giving yourself more space, and try to take this deep breath into your spine, into your own body. Good. Add on 2 more. Keep the sides long. Exhale everything out. Soften the head, the crown of the head down. Inhale, swing yourself halfway up. And exhale, deep bow forward, curling the head down. Next time, inhale, raise all the way in towards standing. Feel the little stretch toward the right side. Little stretch over toward the left side. Maybe you need to adjust your feet a bit. Take a couple more circling movements and use your hip for that as well. So it could be a bit of that nice rotation all the way up into the shoulder space. Switching the hands and switching the grip, maybe also of your feet, and turning toward the opposite direction. Couple more breaths. Good. The more you move, the more your body gets a bit warm. And eventually you're gonna reach all the way forward to top of the mat. Take a full lift. And exhale, grab the hands together behind your back. Reach the chest open, bend the knees, and just take a long breath in here. The underbelly stays a bit active, so you're not overarching. Good. And by now, curl their heart, the ribs up a bit more. And then a deep exhale, drop the arms overhead. Settle the arms next toward the legs. Inhale, look forward, sun salutations. Step, step, or hop back, plank pose. Pull the belly in nicely, everything stays active. Lower down onto the knees. If you practice any other variation, fully fine. Inhale, lengthen the torso 3 times. Exhale back. If you're in up dog, you can stay there as well. Peel your heart open. Little wave through the spine, warming up the neck. Exhale everything out and down. Good. Highest point, you always pull the hands a bit back toward your knees. Exhale, roll the spine back down. Like a meditation almost, where you just ease into your own pace and rhythm of your practice. Hands underneath the shoulders. Scoop yourself back super nicely. Find your down dog. 3 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale everything out. Inhale, feel the movements and the space of your spine. Nicely squeezing the end of your exhale out underneath the navel. After your next exhale, look between the palms and step all the way forward. Deep inhale, breath, raise. Full exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Remember, just like a wavy, flowy practice. Inhale and exhale. So a constant flow of breath joining you, supporting you. Lift up into standing, clasp the hands, pull over toward one side, little side opening, back into its center, opposite side opening, little leaning back, maybe a full nice curl, and switching the grip of your hands. And maybe you even go a bit further down by bending the knees more. Just everything that feels good to your body, to your spine. Inhale, rise. And exhale, grab hold of your hands, catching hold, opposite palm on top. Reach the heart open, pull the belly a bit in, almost like elongating your tailbone. Curl the heart and ribs up. And with the next exhale, spill the body forward. Bow yourself down. Let your arms drop a bit forward and overhead. Release the hands. Deep inhale. Full exhale, step, step, plank pose. Everything in line. Little hidden inner smile as you feel the belly space kicking in. Lower down halfway or all the way. Again, little longer up dog or some cobra rolls as we did before. If you're in your up dog, try to elongate the spine, maybe even by bringing a bit of weight into your toes, toenails, stretching the throat up, and definitely kicking down with your hands to open up the front line. And we all meet back in downward facing dog. Let your whole spine sink toward the ground, align the feet. Let the head hang. 2 more breaths, inhale. Deeply exhale out. Inhale again. And exhale everything out. Last inhale, and then you look between the palms 1 more round. Walk yourself forward. Ground your feet between your hands. Lengthen, inhale. And wave it down, exhale. Maybe by now you catch the back of your feet or legs. Inhale, open up halfway. Good, and exhale all the way. Settle your heart toward your knees. Let the head move in. Inhale, 1 more. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fully forward fold. Lips soft, throat soft, mind soft. Inhale, lengthen arms, float overhead. Super long spine. This time just lengthen through the center. Maybe a bit of a back bend. Good. All the way onto your tippy toes. Trying to balance. Reach your hands even further up. Try to ground the breath along the center. Good. And then a big bow. Swing it back out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swing it out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, curl. Really bouncy and bendy in the knees. Take a last one. Inhale. And then stay down. Exhale. Plant the palms. Step back, plank pose. Pull the belly in. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Squeeze the heart a bit higher up. Let it open up and radiate out into its space. And then exhale.
Downward facing dog. Stretch your right leg up now, inhale. If some of you like, you take your left hand out and away from the mat, toward a little bit of balancing down dog. Reach through your right toes all the way up and bend the knee sideways again. Nice and long inhale, one more time. Peel your leg up, maybe come onto your left tippy toes. Exhale all the way, settle the right foot down, settle left hand down, and switch the legs. Right hand could come off the mat. Left leg peels up, open up the knee sideways, and kick the foot up, and then bend the knee again. So easing in and back up. Head at the same time stays pretty mellow. Still feeling that underbelly working quite hard to support. Good, last one, little kick. And as you breathe out, settle down, foot the hand, roll forward, plank pose, pull belly in. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Raise the right leg all the way up, inhale. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Back knee can come down toward the earth or maybe on toward a little padding or blanket. Good. And then inhale, lift the left arm all the way up. Keep the right hand on your leg or lower it toward the earth if this is accessible. Otherwise, you stay up a bit higher. Keep on reaching in toward the side body. And as you exhale, slide your front leg straight, bow your hand down. And then it's like a little circling movement. Inhale, open up, left hip flexor opens. Exhale, pull the belly in, lower down, fold over your straight leg, right leg, tucking the toes toward you. Inhale, last one, little curl. Open up the ribs, take the breath as far as you can down. And from there, squeeze the right leg back, bow your head down. And then take a deep dive all the way toward the ground. Head face relaxes, pulling the toes a bit toward you. And maybe also micro bending that front knee. Remember, you never have to go to your full max. You can always come a bit away and just feel easing back in. Step onto your right leg, both hands plant, tuck the back toe under, lift the back knee, and then straighten the front leg, bow your head toward your shin bone. Good, inhale, take a big step back with your right leg in toward your three-legged down dog. Open up the knee, little more sideways, check your breath. Good, and only if you like, you settle down that left elbow and reach your leg a bit higher. And it could be that you raise onto your tippy toes just to play a bit. Never forget to explore and play a bit. Perfect. And then exhale, back onto your hands, back onto your feet. Wrap your heart forward, plank pose, pull belly in, lower down halfway, and a deep, strong inhale. Now feel the warmth kicking in toward the body. Or at least I do feel it a bit, so check where's your pulse. Exhale back, down dog, smooth breath in. Exhale out your mouth, just allow it to float out. Look between the hands, step, hop or walk, top of the mat. Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, lift. Exhale, Tadasana, standing. Find your breath. Inhale. Arms float all the way up. Exhale, all the way lower down. Relax the head toward your knees. Plant the palms, hop or step back, plank pose. Always down onto the knees as well if you like. And we meet back in your downward facing dog. Take a deep reach through the left leg. Open up the knee sideways. Keep on kicking. And as you breathe out, step the foot between your hands. Right knee lowers down. Inhale, lift your arms up. And mainly keep the left arm down or all the way down onto the mat. You check a bit. You can always use props as well if you have some props at home. And then 3 times. Bowing forward, straightening your leg, bow the head down. In your own rhythm, lift up, inhale, curl the whole right side channel long. And again, a deep long exhale, pull the leg back, float your head into the earth. Good, check the breath, inhale, rise sideways, all the way open up, stretching towards the fingertips. And then all the way exhale, stay there. Couple more breaths, bow your head down, get as long as you can through the back of the body. Remember to hug that outer left hip in, shoulders smooth. And then both hands plant next to your left leg, lift the back knee high, and exhale, straighten the front leg. Everything toward your midline. Let the head soften a bit more. And from there, steady hands, lift the left leg all the way up. Now, maybe you stay on your hands, maybe you're lower down on your right elbow, and try to lift up through the left leg. And your left elbow can bend a bit, or you take the hand more out toward the side, okay? Little bit of asymmetry in the body. Exhale, settle down. The foot, come back on toward your hands. Wrap your body forward like a wave. Hold. Bend the knees. One more time. Like a deep wave. Try to explore. Find that wave in the body. Good. One more time. Bend the knees. Scoop yourself back up. Lift the hips. You can't go wrong. Just whatever you're doing right now is perfect for you. Good. And then lower down the hips or chaturanga. Inhale, float in toward up dog. Peel your chest open. Good. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. And then find a moment. Sit down on toward your knees. Child's pose or a bit of seat on your heels. And find steady, nice breath. Inhaling all the way through your midline. And feeling how your pulse reconnects you inward and with your body. And with whatever is behind your body. Your heart, the energetic heartbeat. And just a sensation of feeling home within yourself. Starting to transit into some camel movement. So toward camel, not fully, but inhaling in toward the side as you drop one hand next to the body. So just in your own time. Also, if you have a wall behind you, it's sometimes nice to scoop yourself a bit away from that wall. You can use your fingertips for a bit of resistance, and you can lift the hips, but you can also keep your hips all the way down and just swing a bit in toward the arms, okay? So add on a couple more, maybe go a bit more into the spinal movements of flexion and of extension, surrounding your spine. Exhaling out and lifting your side super long, all the way deep down into the lungs as well. Stretch your spine up and open one more time. And whenever you feel balanced on both sides, you start to lower the hand all the way back forward. And we meet in downward facing dog. Rinse the right leg all the way up sideways. Deep in breath. Exhale, step the right foot between your hands. Take a deep, long inhale now. Lift again. Left arm up high, the right hand can ground. And as you breathe out, take the left hand back down. Inhale, high lunge, raise the back knee high, curl the heart toward the right side. Now, turn your both toes, so your both feet, toward the right. And you're just gonna lower down a bit into the side of the body. Maybe you need to adjust the hand a bit. Inhale, swing yourself up into it a little. rounding ball. And again, exhale, lower yourself. Keep the left arm super straight and steady for support. Pull your hand back, lift up one more time. Nice rinse. And a full exhale all the way out and down into the side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, find your full side plank. Kick up the heart. Flex your toes. And lift up the right foot. Any variation. It could be a bit of a tree, side plank, or into a full extended leg, okay? And then slide that right foot down behind you. Spill the heart open one more time. Deep, long inhale. Little drop back, and then exhale everything back. Inward plank pose. Pull the navel in. Lower down halfway or all the way. And a big freeing breath into it, up dog or cobra. Back into it. Smooth down dog. Inhale, find your center. And exhale all the way out. Head soft. Next inhale, peel the left leg all the way high. Deep inhale. And a step forward, left foot between your hands. Drop the right knee down. One more time. Inhale in toward your side opening. So reach your right arm up, ground the left hand down. And with an exhale, right hand comes down. Right knee lifts up, high twist toward the left side. Keep on shining the heart toward the side. One more inhale. When you exhale, start to slide your toes and feet over toward the left. And just lower down your whole side body. Pull the left arm a bit back. And inhale, super high, wrapping right hip in and up. Any shape or form of this movement. Lower down one more time. Stretch the hand far back. Press into your right hand strongly and lean all the way toward your left side. Take a last long breath in, ground. Pull the hand back. Keep the shoulders steady. And then exhale all the way back. Find your side plank now. Any variation again, okay? Stack the feet. You can always also support your foot, but try to hug the right hip as high as you can. Keeping the balance. Good. Step left foot behind. Open up the heart, the hip. Kick yourself skywards. Good. And then exhale everything back into it. Your plank pose. Good, and on your plank pose, bend the knees and try to settle your elbows down at the same time. So maybe try one more time. You can also take your hands a bit closer together. Bend the knees, pull the belly in, wrap your elbows in, lower the forearms at the same time. Take your thumbs together or even connect the full palm, elbows press down. And you let your head shake it out a bit between your arms. And you can step the feet in a bit closer if you like, but kick the heart back. And remember, the head is off the mat, but you elongate all the way through the sideline. Good. And then a last nice raise. Extend the right leg super high up. Kick down into your forearm. The kind of a dolphin variation of which is a prep for your forearm stand eventually. So let your right leg shine up, maybe bend your left knee, but kick the right leg high up. And keep on pressing the heart a bit backward. Exhale, switch the legs. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Keep on breathing and keep on grounding down while you rise up into your toes. Good, don't give up on the breath at all. Keep that alive the whole time. Perfect, and then step the foot down. Take a breath. Elbows back parallel. Sit yourself back down. Lift back up onto your hands and walk forward into your fold. And you take a moment this time to relax your upper body. You can grab hold of your elbows and just feeling into that opening and also pulsating of your upper body, of your shoulders that did quite some work now. Good. Take a little rinse toward the right. So right hand, left knee. Bend the right knee deeply. Little twist. Exhale, switch the side. Left hand, right leg. Bend the left knee. Little turn, curl. The hand could land on your low back. Looking all the way toward the side. Exhale yourself round. Inhale, one more last Ardha Uttanasana. Feel the spine, feel the space around the sides. And then deep dive. Everything down. Bend the knees. And roll yourself down onto the mat. You can support with your hands as well. Good. You made it so far. Still there. Still going strong. Good. Then that's the nice part now of the practice. So you can roll down. Make sure your feet again come all the way mat distance apart. And your knees can just drop in together, and then take your hands on toward your belly, on toward the heart, and just feel a bit in toward the pulse. Widening the belly, and a deep long exhale out. Good. Inhale one more time. And exhale all the way out. And if you have space, plant your arms out like a T shape. If there's not a lot of space, just grab hold of your arms on your elbows or hands on your elbows. And then bring your knees in toward a pretty much 90-degree angle with your hips. Make sure you keep grounding your low back down. And then with your inhale, drop the knees toward the side, not fully, and then squeeze the knees back in towards center. Good. Right side. Remember, you can keep the eyes closed, but try to squeeze everything in and up. And really pulling from the sides, and with your exhale, everything strongly back in toward your midline. So kind of calibrating in toward the center. Inhaling sideways, exhaling, pulling in. Add on one more each side. Lower toward the left. Pull everything back. Lower toward the right. And pull everything back. Good. From here, happy baby. Grab hold of both hands outside of your foot. And then lengthen one foot after the other on top of your knees. Now, if your low back is lifting quite a lot, try to settle it down, just grounding it. And it's just a sensation. You don't have to ground your full spine down, but from sensation-wise, you want to keep the whole spine pretty much rooting into the earth. Wiggle yourself from side to side. Good, and if some of you also feel like stretching the legs out a bit from right into left, extending a bit into your hamstrings. Good, all the way. Perfect. And from there, taking your feet together, look at your pelvis, look at your feet, and just hug the feet toward you. You're gonna lift yourself up automatically a bit higher. And you strongly kick your knees out, so it shouldn't be any pain or anything, but just lifting yourself up. Good. And from here, release. Bring your right leg in front of the left. And hug both shin bones toward your hands. So it's kind of a bit of a little crossing of your shin bones, and you want to feel the outer hips here. If you don't really feel anything of this, you can always take it into a figure 4 pose, okay? So otherwise, the more you press your shin bones or your feet out into the hand, the more intense. And you just keep on breathing into the low back again. Keep on kicking your feet out. Neck super long. And the feet as if you would stand on the earth. So don't let your ligaments collapse. Good, one more nice full kick out in towards space. And then bring your legs all the way into its center. Stretch your legs up, move your ankles all directions, even inward flexion, just pulling your heels up and pulling your toes down, pointing the toes all the way up at highest, and then flaunting the toes, so just flexion through the toes. And then all the way switch the side left leg on top, or again figure 4. Slide along your leg, and then at one point, shin bone or foot, you catch hold of your feet. Moving in and back out, check that you're pretty comfortable in your back and your spine, while your legs just move along with the flow of breath. Kick the feet out strongly and steadily, widening the breath. Again, deep long inhale, full connected exhale. And all the way releasing your legs. One last time, widen your legs all the way out into its side. You can even grab hold with your hands inside of your legs and just let your legs slide a bit from side to side. That's it. Okay, and from there, feet underneath the knees, kick up your pelvis, bridge pose. So all the way opening up the top, the front line. The hands can gather in any position that you're practicing. Maybe grabbing hold of your hands underneath and then slide the shoulders a bit deeper. Kick in toward the feet and open up the pelvis, the neck staying long and free. Get about 4 breaths, full awareness into the top and into the back line as well. Try to open up the ribs, the heart, the chest. Good. Feel the low back as well. And again, press the heels strongly down and see the shifts of actions of the posture. And then release the hands, slide your hands sideways, and roll your spine all the way down. Take a deep inhale, full exhale. And just elongate your legs for your Shavasana a bit toward the right and toward the left edge of your mat. Good. Any little adjustment. And then take a deep breath and a moment of thankfulness that you made it so far in your practice and on your mat. But therefore as well, creating space within yourself, within your physical body, but also space for your new visions or new sensations. And embracing change that is happening within, but also without. So the change happening around us, but mainly also we change day by day. We feel a bit lighter sometimes, a bit heavier other days. So just observing what is circulating throughout our system. Add on 5 deeper breaths in through the nose. And a sweet long exhale out your lips. Just let your head mellow in toward the ground. Inhaling again all the way. Open up the chest, the ribs, the belly. Create as much space as you can. And a deep, long, gentle breath out like a wave through the body. Deep inhale, feel how the navel lifts up, how you feel your ribs. And allow for a bit of deepening
as you get a bit heavier in toward the earth. And very gently starting to bring back some awareness around your breath body, in toward your toes or in toward your hands. And feel free to just stay laying down to close the practice for yourself. If you like to bring yourself back up, squeeze the knees in toward your heart. Give yourself a bit of a hug, even lifting head in toward the knees. And then all the way roll yourself toward one side where you can stay for a little moment until you come back in toward your seat to close the practice. So a big, long inhale from the nose all the way down into the pelvis. If you like, you connect the palms together in front of the heart and take a big thanks to yourself, to your body and your mind and your spirit. Namaste.